Need I remind you? Maybe I should. It's your boy, Chef Jason, the original bubbling star of Trinidad and Tobago and the world. Level creativity, vibes, and energy today on the EatahFood Studio set. Spring rolls, but not just your ordinary spring rolls, mac and cheese spring rolls. Yes, bet you never had those before. Stuffing them with minced beef, crispy bacon. Yeah, I know, your jaw already dropped. We're gonna be making a spicy banana ketchup to accompany that. Trust me, level vibes today. You know why? Because we rolling in 3, 2, 1. Run the tune for them, brother. Okay, so mac and cheese spring rolls. It's a new concept. I know a lot of people haven't had it before, but you know, creativity in my mind, I came up with this. And I said, you know what? It's a comfort food of mine. I love it. How about if we put it in a spring roll? Let's see what happens. So let's start. I have some bacon that I am crisping up here already. It's nearly done. And what I want to do here is render out the fat. That's very important because I'm going to be using that fat for the next step of the cooking process. So I'm going to be taking out that bacon now. As you can see, nice little cubes. This is just small little bacon bits. If you're not fond of this, obviously you could use the turkey bacon inside there. You could use salami. You could use chicken deli ham inside there. It's all up to you. But I find pork fat to be incredibly flavorful. I know you agree with me. All right, so we removed all those great pieces of bacon inside there. What I want to do now is add a little bit of minced garlic. Of course, we want to get those flavor profiles building inside there. So garlic and onion. And immediately we have that fat that has been rendered out of the bacon, and we're going to saute those aromatics inside there. And I mean, you could get the essence already in the atmosphere going on. Now that I have that going, I have 5 ounces of minced beef. Just going to put that inside there. So when I think about this dish, I remember a very special comfort food that I had as a child called hamburger helper, which is basically mac and cheese with nice chunks of hamburger meat inside there. So when I thought about actually doing these spring rolls, I said rather than just put mac and cheese inside of it, let's, you know, bling it up a little bit. Let's put a little bit of bacon inside there. Let's add some nice clusters of beef chunks inside there and make it really comprehensive. Add a little bit of black pepper and salt. And immediately you could already see that the beef is browning up really nicely. We want to maintain a little bit of the clusters because that's going to add texture to our spring rolls later on. So when you bite into it, you get a nice cluster of meat. So as you can see, it doesn't really take long to cook that minced beef. I'm going to be taking it out right now and adding it to the same container with my bacon. We're going to add this back later when we do our pasta. What is key here is that we maintain that beautiful fat that's inside it that has been rendered out from the beef and the bacon. So we have level flavor going on already. I mean, if you could smell it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Let's start. We're going to build a roux. We're going to make our white sauce. To start that, we use the same fat inside here and add 2 tablespoons of flour. Now don't worry about the quantities to make this recipe. It's listed right below in the description box, so you could follow it. So we want to make sure we cook that flour nicely. Immediately, I want to add 2 cups of milk. So this is a cream sauce that we're starting here. Many names for it. You could call it white sauce, cream sauce, culinary term, bechamel sauce. It's all the same thing. We love this in pasta. It's that nice creamy element whether you're cooking shrimp, chicken, and you toss that pasta inside there. Trust me, it's amazing. I'm just like that. New whisk. You see? Level upgrade already. I tell you, when you see me creating these recipes, things just happen here in EatahFood Studios. Now, immediately I'm starting to feel a little bit of thickness going on here. It must be noted that I have this at a medium temperature. We don't want to have it at a rolling boil because the milk is going to scald, it's going to boil over, and we're going to lose that nice creamy texture that we're looking for. Now to that, it's time to flavor it up. Yes, mac and cheese in the box, it has that yellow character, that nice yellow color, that pigmentation. We're going to try to boost that. We're going to add a little bit of turmeric inside there. This is what we know locally as saffron. A little bit of paprika. So we have that smoked paprika and turmeric inside there, and that's going to add a little bit of color as well as smoky flavor. Now it's very important that our milk gets a bit of a slight thick consistency because we're going to be adding cheese in this in a little while. So it's going to go from a cream sauce to a cheese sauce. Now, as you would see, it's starting to simmer to the edge. That's a good indication that our milk is reaching to that boiling point. Now what I want to do is reduce it a little bit to a low temperature because I don't want it to boil. And keep on stirring. So immediately you could already see it's getting nice and thick and we are at that texture. It's very important now that we tune down the temperature a little bit, switch over to a spatula, and we're going to add some cheddar cheese to it. I'm going to be using the residual heat of the hot milk to melt this cheese. I don't really want to cook this cheese, otherwise it will separate. I put it inside there just like that. And I'm going to be using my spatula now just to ensure that it melts evenly inside there. Now remember, this has the little fragments of the beef inside there, the bacon inside there, so it's heavily impregnated with flavor. Now we take it off the heat. At this point, we add a little bit of black pepper inside there just to flavor it up. Remember, we have the turmeric and we have the paprika in there already. Some salt, and of course, bacon is salty already. The beef has flavor, so we want to make sure we don't over season it too much. We get this nice thick yellow cheese sauce. And at this point, we want to introduce my pasta. This is ordinary elbow pasta that I boiled earlier on with a little bit of turmeric. Again, trying to pump in that nice yellow color that we know mac and cheese is known for. So that saffron or turmeric, as we know, is going to go inside there. There we go. Going to be taking that minced beef and bacon that we did earlier on, put it inside there also. We have some minced pepper inside here. Of course, if you're not fond of pepper, you could use some pimentos. Again, flavor is very important when doing this. And some parsley. And it's just to mix it up now. I mean, already just looking at it, it's beautiful. It's colorful, it's visually arresting. You got the green, the red, the yellow. You have that beautiful cheese inside there, that fresh parsley. This alone could be enjoyed. I mean, this is mac and cheese taken to the next level. Imagine what we're going to do when we put this into a spring roll. It's going to be epic. I mean, check this out. Beautiful clusters of beef, bacon, parsley, creamy texture of that cheese inside here. This is food porn. It's sexy. I mean, you have the bubbling star, the sexiest chef around. I must make sexy food. Okay, so what I need to do is we need to chill this down. For me to put it inside of spring rolls, it needs to be at a certain temperature and texture. It's too hot right now to roll. So what I'm going to do is put it into this glass bowl, put it in the freezer, and I'm going to let it sit there for about half an hour. It's going to get firm, sticky, and a bit starchy. It's going to be easier to work with. Or you can leave it overnight in the refrigerator and do the rolls tomorrow. So we have our mac and cheese filling in the freezer right now. We're going to let it sit there for about a half an hour. In the meantime, we're going to make our spicy banana ketchup. So let's see what's going on here. So I'm going to introduce you to some of the ingredients that we have here. Of course, we have bananas, tomato paste, we have some sugar, some vinegar, onions, garlic, aromatics. Let's make this. So first and foremost, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of chili-infused coconut oil. Put that inside there. And ginger. Again, don't worry about the amounts. Check the box below. That's the recipe listed there. Garlic and onions. And we want to saute that inside there. I'm using chili coconut oil inside here because I want to get that spicy flavor coming throughout in this sauce. Now, the first time I actually made this sauce was back in university a good few years ago. And we were doing an Asian class, and the chef lecturer said, hey, you need to make a sauce for this, but make a unique one. And you know, coming from the Caribbean, I saw bananas on the table there, and I said, I wonder what a banana sauce would taste like, but more of a spicy one. So I more leveraged on a sweet and sour sauce, a little bit of tomato paste, a little bit of vinegar inside there, and of course bananas, and this came out as the result, and he loved it. So I'm happy to share it with you guys. So it's smelling onion, garlic, ginger inside there already. What I want to add, of course, is the bananas. So this is almost like really ripe bananas. That's like the best one to use, because they have a concentrated sweetness inside of it. So I want to make sure that I stir up all those beautiful bananas inside there. Very important. And we're going to put in a little bit of black pepper, some salt, Chardon Benny, Of course, we want to get that nice vitality and vibrancy that Shadow Benny is known for. You could add parsley inside there. You could add cilantro. I have some white sugar. We need to get the sweetness going on. You could use brown sugar also if you want a darker product. A little bit of cinnamon. We have white vinegar. Again, acidity inside there. Ketchup tends to be a little bit of tart sometimes, so the vinegar is going to come in really well inside there and welcome it. We need to add a little bit of water. Again, we need some fluidity inside there to make our ketchup. One of the most important ingredients will be our tomato paste. To get that nice, rich color that tomato ketchup is known for, this tomato paste is definitely going to help and aid in that. Of course, tomato paste is very bold, it's robust, it's tart, but at the same time has a little element of sweetness inside there. Great flavors going on inside of this sauce. So of course, our spicy banana ketchup needs that heat element inside there. And we got our habanero pepper to provide that. Now I'm going to do something that I don't normally do, and that is be that chef that puts on rubber. Not too fond of it, but I guess you have to protect yourself these days, right? But the issue is that the bloody thing always tight and could never fit. Let me go in raw. You all know me. I like to be intimate, up close and personal with the food. And I need to cut this pepper. So even though I might get a burning sensation later, what are you going to do? Take a little piece of that pepper there, and I'm going to then mince it up. This is habanero pepper. You could use green habanero pepper. You could use the red one. It doesn't matter. Put a little piece inside there, and that's going to mellow inside there, and obviously add an element of heat. Some nutmeg, very important. So I'm going to be grating it fresh. Go straight into the pot. Now immediately, I'm getting elements of that nice tartness rising in the atmosphere, that vinegar, that sweetness from the sugar. The bananas are starting to break down, and I'm going to start to just mix this up. I want to bring this to a boil and let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes, and then we're going to process it. All right, so we're about 15-20 minutes in the game right now. As you can see, it has reduced in quantity, and that's what you really want. I'm more or less bringing it down to about 2/3. That's what you really need, because the bananas are going to thicken this together. It smells really great right now, and it's time to blend it. So let me take it off. I have my blender here right now, and I'm going to pour it inside here. You got to be very careful with this because, again, it is hot. All right, so you want to put this on. Very important when blending, you pulse, because it is hot. There's a certain steam action going on inside here. Thing pitching up. Time to taste it. Obviously, we need to know if it has black pepper and salt, if it needs anything. See this? I could bottle this and sell it. I wonder if I should really show you the recipe. Anyway, too late. Well, I need to try this. It don't need nothing again. The sugar, the vinegar, the bananas, everything balanced out really nicely. Tomato paste is no longer robust inside there. It is subtle, a nice thickness going on there with the bananas. You'd love this sauce. If you need to try anything, at least in this recipe, make sure you try the sauce, because I could see this going for many different things as an accompaniment. Okay, so our mac and cheese is straight out of the freezer right now. As you can see, it's clumped up, it's cold. It's going to make life very easy to work with now, because when we put it into the spring roll, it's not hot. Like if it just came out of the stove, it's not going to be running with that creamy sauce all over. So it's nice and, you know, boom. So I have my spring roll skins. I don't suggest you use wonton skins. I love these spring roll skins. They are larger than the wonton skins at the same time, and they're easier to work with. They don't dry out that much, and these are what true spring rolls are actually made out of. Let's do the real McCoy here. So I want to put it down like this, almost like a triangle facing me, and I want to put 2 tablespoons of my mac and cheese mixture inside here. I have some water. Now this water is going to help to adhere when I start to roll the edges of the skin together. Of course, you could use a brush, but you know me, I like to use my hands when I brush in water. more tactile approach. We roll in like that. Once we do that, a little more water across the edges. And we fold in like this. One side, press down. Bring in the next side, press down. We want to make sure it's tight because if it ain't tight, it ain't right. For the sake of the spring roll, we roll in, right? We roll it just like that. Add a little more water right here and bring it in. That's what you're looking for. A beautiful spring roll that is nice and tight. Alright, so I have a wok here filled with some oil inside there, ordinary vegetable oil. We want to get a temperature of 325 degrees to about 330 degrees for it to fry. And the roll, using a tongue, gently put it in. And you want these to fry for about 2 to 2.5 minutes. Very important to fry them with the seam down, so I mean, you don't want it to unravel while it cooks. As you can see, they're browning up now. Essentially, we're browning them. And we want to warm through that nice filling inside there. I mean, when you really think about it, color is flavor. And you know me putting it in my mouth if it didn't have a little color. I like to eat my food that have a little color in it, you know? And you want to flip them probably every 30 seconds to ensure that they brown evenly. Look how beautiful that package is. Amazing. Filled with mac and cheese, beef and bacon. Keeping in mind, I mean, the ingredients that I used today, you could use mushrooms inside there, you could use chicken if you're not fond of beef and bacon, you could use old rotisserie chicken inside there, you could use shrimp, you could use lobster. Ooh, lobster mac and cheese spring rolls. Look at that. Beautiful, ladies and gents. Okay, I'm gonna take out these bad girls now, put them to drain on some napkins. So guys, check this out. My mac and cheese spring rolls stuffed with minced beef and bacon served with a spicy banana ketchup. Check this out. Let me try it. So I want to just dip a little bit inside there. Cheers. Now, I use cheddar cheese inside here. I could immediately see Parmesan, Monterey Jack, pepper jack cheese inside here. It would work so well. And I mean, oh my God, it's so good. My director, who's dribbling on the side. You'll get just now, trust me. If you were to try chicken inside here, shrimp, lobster, by all means, mushroom, you can make it vegetables, you can put eggplant, you can put zucchini inside there. But you know me, I'm a pork mouth. I love this. So I urge you guys to try this. The recipe listed right below in the description box. Like, comment, subscribe, and most of all, share it. Share it to your friends. Be creative in the kitchen, have fun. That's what I do at the EatahFood Studios. I just come here, I dream about stuff, and we come and we execute it for you guys and interpret it in different forms and fashion. And that's what food is all about. So, for myself, Chef Jason, the original Bob and Star of Trinidad and Tobago, live and direct at EatahFood Studios, we bid you farewell. Make sure to try this recipe, and if you do, post your pictures to EatahFood TT on our Facebook page, tag us on Instagram, you name it, also on the YouTube channel. We love you guys. See you all soon.